Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy doing what Liam does and have it in him to do. Steffy is tired of telling Liam that he needs to inform Hope about his fatal health issues. After all, he's dying and she's the mama of one of his children and needs to know the verity. Hope can formally tell there's commodity veritably out about Liam, but he has refused to tell her what it is. His new philosophical station has to have come from nearly. Hope is shocked that Steffy stops by her mama's house to talk and it's about Liam and not Forrester Creations. Hope's world is rocked when Steffy tells her that Liam has an inoperable brain excrescence. Now, everything Liam has been saying makes sense. This news is nearly too important to bear. Liam is the love of Hope's life and now he'll be gone. Beth and Kelly will both lose their father when they're little girls and it's just not fair. Liam is so youthful. He has always taken care of himself, so how could this be? Finn couldn't be around when Luna was a little girl because he didn't indeed know she was his son. She's a crazed periodical killer and his demanding woman. Doesn't want him anywhere near his son. That doesn't stop Luna from soliciting Finn to try and have a relationship with her. Surely, he can't turn his reverse on his own child. Will Steffy yield and allow Finn to see Luna now that Liam's plight has helped her put life in perspective, or is that new station only reserved for people who didn't lock her in a pen and leave her for dead? Finn might just have to ask his woman what she thinks, but she's a little busy at the moment. Luna may exploit Liam tragedy, so could she end up assuring Will in the bedroom? It'd be a crooked move on Luna's part, but we could clearly imagine her caprioling on Will in his most vulnerable moment. Although Liam originally wanted to keep his brain excrescence opinion under wraps, his secret's about to trickle out to further people in the coming occurrences. Liam doesn't want to burglarize his favored bones of any joy, but some sadness is ineluctable then. After Bill gets updates on Liam's fatal outgrowth, Liam may push his pater to hide this awful news from Will. Maybe Liam will argue that Will should concentrate on being happy and in love with Elektra rather than fussing about his dying family. Still, Bill might confess to Will anyway and hope that it gives his boys a bit further cling time before Liam's gone. It's also possible that Will could do some wiretapping and discover Liam's horrible prognostic as a result. Liam confessing his medical condition to Bill soon, so it presumably wouldn't be long until Will finds out one way or another. Once that happens, Will's going to face the harsh reality of losing his big bro. Elektra will try to be there for Will, but he may part himself and try to handle some tough feelings on his own. Perhaps Elektra will feel like she should admire Will's right to reuse all this in private if that's what he wants. Of course, that's when Grim Luna could come on and discover what's going on. Luna may contend that Will shouldn't be alone right now and jump at the chance to console him. Between Will's heartache over Liam's excrescence and all the frustration that's erected up from Elektra's bedroom block, this could be Luna's big occasion. Luna may move Will that she can give him the comfort he needs and help him forget his troubles, if only for a little while. Will might surrender to Luna in a moment of weakness and remorse, betraying Elektra in the fate. Luna's prognostications about making progress with Will could come true soon enough. Steffy make a pledge to Liam. Cleric runs into Carter and Hope. At the Precipice house, Steffy tells Liam that a phenomenon is coming. The case is confident that if anyone can demand the excrescence go down, it's her. Liam suggests the phenomenon isn't about living longer but about brokering peace. He's determined to use whatever time he has left to help others. Finn enters as Liam nearly collapses. Finn pleads with Liam to make another appointment with Dr. Grace. Finn says that they're all hopeful, no bone has given up. Liam suggests they need to be more realistic. Steffy doesn't suppose peace with Hope is realistic. Liam's lift arrives, so he goes to see Hope. Steffy reminds him that Hope deserves to know the verity. Once Liam leaves, Steffy opens up to Finn about not wanting Liam to suffer. Finn loves what a good relationship Broom has. Steffy has no way questioned his virtuousness. The content turns to whether peace is possible. Steffy just hopes Liam tells Hope the verity. At Brook House, Carter begs Hope to give their relationship another chance. Deacon walks by and is pleased to see Carter with Hope. The susurrus claims to not to be disrespecting the father's wishes. Hope chimes in that her pater can't tell her who to see. Carter eventually leaves, but promises not to give up on a future with Hope. Cleric harangues to Hope about Carter. Their discussion is intruded by Liam, so Deacon leaves. Before he goes out the door, Cleric tells Hope long-term happiness could be nearer than she thinks. Pounce addresses about how much they love Beth. Liam thanks his ex-wife for how she takes care of Beth. Liam starts pacing and says he's been doing some soul-searching. Hope can tell that commodity is wrong. Liam starts recalling Steffy pushing him to tell Hope the verity, and starts shuddering. Over at Forrester Creations, Electra and Will are talking. Daphne interrupts, looking for Carter. Electra mentions the susurrus presumably went to see Hope. Daphne mentions they're each better off without Hope's line just as Carter walks in to hear it. Will and Electra decide to give Carter and Daphne some sequestration. Electra wonders if Hope knows that Daphne wants Carter. Will doesn't want to talk about Daphne or Hope. He wants to talk about Electra and kisses her. Back with Daphne, she urges Carter to start fresh with her. Ridge defying Eric over Brooke. Katie demands that Daphne tell her the verity. The Forrester Creations fashion show went out beautifully. Brooke ended up in the special looker after some issues behind the scenes. The gown looked like the one she wore when she married Ridge in Portofino. Eric has been open with Ridge, saying that he thinks Ridge should be with Brooke rather of Taylor. Still, Ridge is presently committed to being with Taylor after he and Brooke broke up. Steffy invited Daphne to Los Angeles to bring a new incense line to Forrester Creations and to betray Carter down from Hope. Along the way, Daphne appeared to truly start minding about Carter. Hope ended up breaking effects off with Carter after he gave FC back to the Forresters. The Forrester Creations platoon claimed Palm as the couture line. The magic of the runway continued, but this time without the models. Brooke met up with Ridge on the stage to bandy her impact on the fashion show. He was blown down, not only by her but by that Portofino looker gown. They were alone long, however. Before they knew it, the press was there with praise and a whole lot of questions. One of which being if they'd see that gown walking down a different kind of aisle. Not so pleased were Taylor and Steffy. Taylor streamlined her son with all Thepper show drama and how Brooke nearly missed her moment. Too bad she didn't because they were worried to find out she was working the press with Ridge. They rushed into the exchange to intrude. But, it was too late. Ridge and Brooke were gone and Steffy got to spend time with the press and to complain to Katie about Brooke stealing the show. Back at the office, Eric was over the moon about the Forrester family's return to the limelight. Donna was as well. And they beamed indeed further than Genoa City's own Christine came in to compliment everyone, and make a pre-order. Oh, and give them the warrants to use Danny Romalotti's music for Brooke's bedroom line. Soon later, they were joined by Zend, Brooke, Ridge, Steffy, and Taylor. Of course, Steffy had many effects to say about that looker moment but she was instantly put in her place by her granddad. This was Eric's plan and it worked. In fact, it worked better than he ever imagined. No Bone is talking about that pesky preemption presently. They're talking about the heritage of the fashion house and Brooke and Ridge's heritage. Before heading out with his woman, Eric made sure Brooke felt the love. She indeed told Eric she was sure their plan to get Ridge back in her arms was working. Down the hall, Taylor was doing all she could to keep Ridge's eyes all on her. He swore he was each about Taylor while he kissed her, but once she left the room, all he could suppose about was his ex-wife. Daphne used the show's success to flirt it up with Carter and pull him in for a sultry kiss. A kiss that Katie just so happened to see. Soon later, Ridge turned up to partake in the excitement and invite Carter to celebrate with the family. He indeed admitted that Carter made the company stronger and he was happy to partake this moment with him. Latterly, Zen checked in with Carter and streamlined him about Eric choosing the looker. He also joked that he should stay out of the main office while the fireworks were going down. Electra and Will participated a cozy moment before being intruded by Ivy. Now wasn't the time to be alone. Now was the time to celebrate as an entire time, the way the Forresters always do. Oh, and celebrate they did with Spencer and Heidi Pratt. The reality stars were enthralled with the company's designs and indeed took many snaps with the jewels.